Matt Skelton, we're here in Birmingham for your fight against Martin Rogan on the 28th of February. You know, in that press conference and certainly to an interview with me, Martin seemed to think that your K1 skills might come to play in boxing him on the 28th of February. Are you a little insulted by that now that you are, you know, European champion?
No, not at all. At the end of the day, you know, it's, I've had like 23 fights now, and they don't really come into play. I mean, people initially, obviously, I was a bit more rough and ready, and hopefully, I'm trying to like polish up around the edges. No, I'm not inside at all. It's all good banter, and it sells the show, doesn't it?
Do you think, though, that he's being serious when he says it? He says to me that, you know, he feels like the referee's going to have to keep an eye on it.
Well, no, I mean, at the end of the day, we both like to have a proper tough fight, and obviously that's what the referee's there for. The referee's there to kind of make sure order's kept if you want. But we can both give as good as we can get, and as long as it's a good, tough fight, it doesn't matter to me, really.
I know that you're calm and collected. You sat next to him there in the press conference and certainly didn't get riled at all. But when you look at, you know, Martin Rogan, he's got this, you know, Irish exterior of being very happy. But behind that, you know he's a serious fighter.
Yeah, of course I do. You know, at the end of the day, he's a very jovial person. But, you know, I'm not taking away from his intent when it comes to the fight night. You know, I'm presuming he's training hard. I'm presuming he's coming with serious intentions, and I believe he's hungry. So, you know, I'm taking this fight in our training session. We're taking it as if I'm the challenger, and I'm hungry for this fight, and we're putting everything into it.
You mentioned when Martin Rogan fought Audley Harrison the fact that some mistakes Audley made. Well, maybe not mistakes, but his temperament in the fight. He almost went there just happy to not to show that he was a coward or anything like that. But in terms of what Martin did to win the fight rather than what Audley did, you know, trying not to lose the fight, how would you assess Martin's skills?
Yeah, I believe he's a tough guy. Like I said, he comes to fight. I do believe Audley give him a break, you know, and I believe Audley didn't believe in himself, and that's one thing I don't lack in, is self-belief. And I think, you know, no, without taking any discredit away from mine, I believe he came there and he done what he had to do. He came there determined, he broke his spirit, and Audley went into this fight with just the view to survive and just to prove that he could do the 10 rounds with this guy who's known as a tough, rough house guy, and that's what he wanted to prove. And I think that in itself was Audley's downfall. Technically, I thought Audley was the better fighter, is the better fighter, but like I say, you can't take that away from him. He done what he had to do and he got the result.
When you have a fighter like Martin Rogan come into the fight, he is a bit rough, tough, as you say. Does it make it easier for you to use what your boxing skills against him, because he's coming through, he's got one thing in mind? Is it an easier target for you to use boxing skills on?
No, it's good for me, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm normally getting penalised for the referee thinking I'm a bit too rough and ready. But hopefully now we'll both be getting in there. We'll both be rough as in it, so the referee will look at it and think, hang on, both of these guys are doing what they do, let's let them just get on with it. So hopefully that'll be the way.
It's going to be a bit of a war, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I hope so, to be honest with you. I hope it is going to be a bit of a war. I haven't been in one for a while, and that's what I do best, so let's just get it on.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.